Next to the hard hat, the ladder is probably the most used piece of equipment on a construction site. You'll find one on every floor, trench, or excavation, and near most every piece of scaffolding. It's also one of the most abused pieces of equipment on the site, and there is just no good reason for that. Ladder safety is simple and basic, and it's worth the extra time to make sure you never fall and break your neck. First of all, inspect the ladder to ensure that it's in good condition. If it's damaged, remove it from use. Anytime you're on a ladder, it's important to observe the three-point rule. Here's how the rule works. Either both of your feet and one of your hands must be on the ladder, or 2 hands and 1 foot. 3 points in contact with the ladder at all times. If you can't carry your tools in your work belt, don't try to carry them in your hands and balance your way up. That's a risk you don't need to take. Use a hand line to haul them up or let them down. Another thing is to make sure the ladder is set at the proper pitch or slant. The general rule is the ladder should go out 1 foot for every 4 feet it goes up. This one's about right. Notice what this slant looks like. If the pitch were less than this, you'd run the risk of having the bottom slide out away from the building. And if the pitch were greater, if it were more straight up and down, the ladder could just fall backwards with you on it. So get an eyeball on this and learn to recognize the safe degree of slant. Once you've set up the ladder with the proper pitch, you should tie it off at the top and make sure the bottom is secure. Notice that this ladder is long enough to provide safe entry and exit from the platform. Ladders should extend at least 3 feet above the landing. It only takes a couple of minutes to tie off a ladder. It takes longer to heal a broken leg or a broken neck. So please, don't be in a hurry around ladders. Before you set the ladder up, check the area above to make sure the ladder won't come in contact with any electrical wires as you swing it into position. An aluminum ladder which comes in contact with a live wire is extremely dangerous and would probably be fatal to you. So make sure you're adequately cleared of all electrical wires. When you're setting up the ladder, secure it against something that won't move or have a coworker brace it. Then walk it into an upright position. Once you have it straight up like this, you can move it a short distance by grabbing one rung down near your hip, like this, and grabbing another one up above your head, like this. Don't carry it too far in this upright position, just enough to get it to the exact spot. Before you climb up, take a step back and notice the pitch. This one's about right. And before you go up, test it to make sure it's stable at the base. Now, at some point you may need to construct a ladder for a specific duty, creating what's called a job-built or job-made ladder. Follow the 1992 revision of ANSI Standard A14.4 to ensure the proper construction of job-made ladders. The OSHA standard for uses of manufactured ladders also applies to job-made ladders. Check the standard to ensure that job-made ladders are placed and used properly. The common sense rules also apply to step ladders. Step ladders are to be used only on clean and even surfaces. The step ladder should be used only in the fully open position with the spreader bars locked. And no work should be done from the top 2 steps. The 3rd step from the top is as high as your feet should go to prevent the ladder from becoming too top-heavy and sending you for a fall. And don't overreach while you're on a ladder. This is especially true with extension ladders as well. Get down and move the ladder when you have to. Remember, use 2 hands when you're climbing a ladder. Follow the 3-point rule. Set a 1 to 4 pitch. Tie off the ladder at the top, and if you can, at the bottom as well. And don't ever hurry when it comes to using ladders. Take your time. Do it right. Ladders are one of the most useful tools on the job site, but only if they're used correctly and not abused. Get a step up on safety. Use ladders safely.